So here's a story. I use that term cautionary tale. When these kinds of things happen, this is a good story to pay attention to and make sure it doesn't happen to you. Although at the end of the day, I'm not sure that even if you knew this was going on, how easy it would be to spot. So here's the story. Amanda Alderman, who's on the line, is a victim of a ticket scam. Ticket scams happen all the time, but this one's a bit different because the idea of simply going online and selling tickets you don't have, that happens fairly regularly, right? And maybe there's a way around it, maybe there isn't. But this was a whole lot more complicated or sophisticated, if you want to call it that. Amanda's on the line. Hi, Amanda.
Hi.
So can you just recount to us what happened? And I'll sort of set up the base here and you can go from there. So
Okay, sure.
you decide you want to be really nice. And so you see this thing where someone is selling Taylor Swift tickets for her Eras Tour in Toronto. The show is in November for $400 a piece. Okay. And you're
Yeah,
thinking,
correct.
that's nice. I would like to. And this was not for you, I understand, right? You're
No,
going
not
to
at all. No,
offer
my
this
friends
to
at work.
friends. Right.
Yeah.
So you decide, okay, this looks reasonable. They're hard to get tickets, $400, a lot of money, but that's what they're going for. So then what happened?
So then my friends agreed to pay the 400 each. So I'm basically the link between my friend on Facebook and my friends who I'm texting at work. So they sent an e-transfer to an email that was given from my friend from Facebook. It wasn't her own email, but it didn't raise flags to me because this person was in her friend anyways that she was following. And I expected her, like, maybe she wasn't the one who paid the tickets, it was her friend.
Okay.
So my friend sent the e-transfer over. Once it was confirmed, my friend on Facebook who was selling tickets asked for $50 extra to change the names in Ticketmaster. I thought that was weird, but I Googled it and it could happen. So then I decided to send $200 of myself to her just to get this process going. And that's where I started getting little flags because now my friend on Facebook was taking a while to answer me.
Okay,
So
wait.
in the
I'm
meantime,
going to
yeah,
stop. I'm going to stop you there. So I
yeah,
want people to understand in the process
yeah.
here. This is not, as I said at the beginning, not someone just with tickets for selling. You thought this was a friend,
Yeah, I've
right?
known her for,
Right.
like, I'm 35. I've known her since I'm, like, for 30 years now.
And everything looked okay. It was
Everything was
her
okay.
page,
How we were writing in a previous post, like a previous messenger
right?
post, and how she was writing to me is how she normally writes
So
to
you
me,
had
like
no
this.
reason to believe it wasn't her.
At all,
Okay.
nothing. And
So
this person is not on, like, social media a lot. Neither am I. Like, she'd be the last person if I would be scammed, like a hacked account.
so you've now gotten to the point where, okay, there's the $400, and it's interesting you said the part about the $50 a ticket for a name change, whatever that meant. But you paid that. Was that at least a small red flag or no?
It was. It started being red flags. I was like, okay, if I'm selling these tickets, like, why am I asking them to change, like, $50 extra more to change the name? That's $200. I would just pay it myself.
Okay.
But I was like, maybe she's frugal. I don't know. And so I Googled it, and it didn't alarm me because
Okay.
it said it's possible for sold out shows. So I just sent the 200 myself.
So then
And
then
yeah,
it's taking a while. That should have just been the end of it, and you should have had your tickets, but that didn't happen.
exactly. But I don't do this often. I don't go to shows. I don't know do these online ticket things. I don't know how long this actually takes. But she wasn't answering me back as I'm asking her. So that started alarming me. So I wrote to her sister. And her sister took a while to answer, but then when she answered me, she's like, oh, no, that account got hacked. We notified Facebook a week ago, but they haven't taken it down.
Okay, so wait a sec. So Facebook was made aware of this
They were made aware, yeah.
and chose not to take
Yeah.
it down? And
Yeah, multiple times.
What was the reason they gave for that? Do you know?
It didn't go against community guidelines.
What does that mean?
If who knows?
Yeah.
So basically, you report the account as fraud, and then they do, like, a quick internal investigation. Like, I guess it's like, I don't know if it's AI or whatever who's checking this, but then that's the message you get back.
Okay, so you had no idea. They did have an idea, but you weren't in touch with them until after the fact. When did
Yeah.
you realize you were at the money? Right then?
Yeah, well, the minute my friend told me that her Facebook account was hacked, I was like, oh, great, here we go. It was a scam. So someone had hacked her account, so I was
Right.
never actually talking to my friend.
So what did you do from there? I mean, in terms of, first of all, I should mention to people, by the way, you've decided you're the big hero here. You're going to cover the money that, that got
Yeah,
spent
yeah. I
here.
just wanted this dealt with. I was on vacation. It's horrible being scammed. I might
Yeah.
as well just be scam myself and not involve my friends in it. So I sent them the money.
So what did you, who do you complain to at that point?
Well, I was like, I was defeated at that point. I was like, there's nothing really to do. I called my bank. I was like, maybe there's something they could do about this. They said no because it's like giving money in person to someone. There's
Yeah.
nothing they could do. So I was like, okay, great. And then I waited till I got back, and then I said, you know what, maybe let's write to the news station, see what happens. We also tried reporting it. I got my friends to report the account, and it's still up there right now.
So even after the fact,
Yeah.
after you got scammed, that
Yeah.
account, that person, whoever that is
Yeah.
still up there trying to do the same thing to someone
Yeah,
else.
yeah.
Wow. I
So
mean,
there's really nothing to do. You can't contact Facebook. There's nothing to do.
well, you did contact Facebook, and Facebook said we don't really see a
Yeah, but
problem
meaning like
here.
a chat, like an online chat,
Right,
email address,
right.
something. Yeah.
Well, maybe someone can tell us what to do in a case. Obviously, at this point, you don't go to police or anything, right?
I had filled out like there's a RCMP like online report for like cyber attacks and
Right.
scams and fraud. So I did that. Who knows what's going to happen with that? But I filled out that.
But basically, you're at, well, it's basically $1,800.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow. Well, you seem to be taking it very well, I should say, for someone who's got that kind of money.
It up to a horrible story.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, look, maybe it's worth noting for anybody else who's trying to buy tickets, and obviously that concert passed, but there are other tickets for Taylor Swift concerts across the globe, literally. Just maybe be very careful. Is there, what could you, I mean, as a tip for people to be aware of, what could you even tell them?
If you're going to do like some sort of like online transaction, make sure you actually talk to the person, ask them a question that maybe they only know.
Ooh,
That's the
good.
only thing I could think of.
Yeah, except you said before there was that same page there was part of a conversation you'd already had with her.
Exactly, but maybe I should have asked her something like, like something about her daughter. Because I know she was going probably with her daughter, her teenage daughter, so I could have asked her name maybe.
Yeah, of course you know that now.
Yeah.
That's not really that helpful. Someone just texted in as we're talking saying, you know what, the way to do it is use PayPal.
Yeah, I didn't think of that either.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really use PayPal in general, so it didn't come up as like
so
I could have done.
when you spent the money, what did you do? Did you e-transfer that money? How did it get to that person?
I e-transferred to my friends. I said, "Oh, guys, basically it didn't work out, and she wasn't able to change the name, so here's your money back."
Okay, feel bad. But then again, you know what? It's your story. I know it doesn't really help you right now, but your story maybe keeps some other people from getting ripped off the same way.
Well, I hope so. But like honestly, if Facebook did something like just took this down, I wouldn't be in this situation at all. You know.
It's odd that even after the fact, and they know you got scammed, and the story is public, and Facebook is still, well, we don't really see. I
don't think they actually know. I think it's just like this online reporting system that like doesn't get back to them. I think it's just if it doesn't go against whatever program this is, like then it stays up and they have no idea.
Well, I would imagine someone at some point, the story's now generating some, some coverage, would have posted about the story, and then Facebook or someone would have noted it.
Yeah, no, nothing. So even like when the Gazette first made the article, they contacted Facebook and Facebook never responded to them.
It just doesn't make any sense. All right, Amanda, I thank you so much. I appreciate it. You didn't care about going to see Taylor Swift, right?
No, I'm not a fan.
So if I said, for example, that there were tickets available for Taylor Swift and I knew where to get them, would you be interested?
Absolutely not. I don't hear Taylor Swift's name at all.
Okay. We hate Taylor Swift apparently now because of this. Amanda, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Take good care. I should have mentioned Amanda's a nurse, by the way. So the French was trying to help out are all nurses, and they all end up getting scammed, which is just so wrong. I don't know. I read this piece today. We're going to talk about this, I think, tomorrow. You may have seen this today. The Montreal Police talking about the year in crime, if you will. And we know they've made great strides against gun violence and gun crime. You know what's up? Frauds at levels never seen before. And this is the stuff that gets reported to police. Think about all the stuff that doesn't get reported. So clearly, and it's interesting to see text messages come in after hearing this. Someone saying, "What's wrong with people? Don't trust the internet." Yeah, it's easy to say, but if it's not simply a matter of someone selling you tickets they don't have, as I said. It's a matter of someone pretending to be someone, not just someone else, someone you know. And I can't even imagine this. And you're looking at a text message or a box of communication, and the previous message is you talking to that person. And then the next thing is they're selling you tickets. How would you even know? So all I can say is be careful, be very, very careful, because if it happened to her, I'm sure it's happened to lots of other people as well.